Good to have you back. Here I am, back out on another wild camp. This time I'm in Cheshire. We're on the border of Cheshire, apparently. Well, apparently it's this bit of land is on the border of 3 counties. So all I know is that one of the counties is Cheshire. It's permission land that I'm on. Got a bit of a story to tell you about. This is my second camp this week, and but it didn't go too well. It was in the Peak District again. I thought I'd try and have a go at the Kinder Plateau via a different route, more of a straight up onto the plateau as opposed to going round and up in a spiral. This was just straight up onto the plateau, and I got to about maybe the last quarter or less, but my legs were spent going up in such a steep way. So I ended up turning round and coming back down, and I couldn't find anywhere to camp, so I just went straight back home. But I definitely wanted to get out and do a video, so I had a quick scout through Camp Wild and found this place, and it's a cracking little spot. Different. It feels definitely, you know, you're in a bit of the wild. It's lovely. Lots of green foliage, but a bit of light as well, daylight. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I was a bit stressed when I got here. I am a bit of a stress head anyway, generally. But it took a bit of finding the place. But with a bit of help from the landowner, I got here. The landowner is absolutely fabulous. Couldn't be more helpful. But she was a bit stressed because one of the neighbouring fields, not our land but a farmer's land, someone had left the gates open. So a lot of cows and bulls had gone through and onto this lady's land, and so it was my second introduction to cows. In the last 2 camps, I had cows in my last camp, and then I got here and she was trying to get these, and there was a partner was trying to get these cows off the land. And there was running around, and eventually there was one straggler, and it was a bull. And it came running through. I'll show you where. And it just stopped and looked at me because it saw me. Just through there. I don't know whether you can see it because of the sun that's shooting it. Yeah, it came through there, running down here, and then it kind of turned here, and I just stood there still, didn't move. Oh yeah, so they had a bit of a job getting the cows back into a field over there, that field, that way. But so that was, came here with straight into a bit of excitement. And yeah, I love it in here. I like it. The ground's really, you know, considering we've had a drought, it's very soft, and the mud isn't baked hard. It's got plenty of moisture in it, and I wasn't too sure whether I'd be able to get my pegs in around here, but I found a nice little spot here, and pretty much flat, so it's not on a slope or anything like that. I've got probably the best little, because this is really lumpy here, but there, absolutely cracking. Yes. Hey. Yeah, landed on my feet with this one. Again, I always tend to land on my feet when it comes to finding some spaces. Yeah, the only thing is the brook, I can't use it for water. It doesn't look very nice at all. Looks very milky. That's the only way I can describe it. It's not very clear, so no, I'm not too impressed with that, but I've got plenty of water. And the landowners allowed me to use my gas stove in order to make a brew, which you didn't have to, because there is a ban, or a blanket ban through Camp Wild at the moment on using stoves and stuff like that. But given the moisture, she said she said you'll not set it alight in here. So I said, is it all right if I use my thing? And she said yeah, she's got no problems there. It's a cracking little spot. I'm not planning on going on big walks or anything like that. Bit breezier today, but I can't see any widowmakers, so I think I'm going to be all right. I'm in a bit of a valley, so I'm protected by the wind somewhat as well, because it's supposed to be quite breezy, between 20 to 30 an hour gusts. Oh, lovely brew. Now a little bit of paradise for today. Apparently there's this walkway here is where you get a lot of deer running through. Yep, again a nice, lovely, nice bit of woodland. Right, I'm going to finish my brew up and I'll see you later. I just made a brew. Don't know why I'm whispering. And I've got my phone, you know, the mailing app that identifies birds. Not a lot of activity going on at the moment, but it picked up a bird called dunnock and a common chaffinch. God, am I so glad that the landowners allowed me to use my gas stove to make a brew. Because I've heated some water up, boiled some water up at home, and then I popped it in this. But it's, I did that about 6 hours ago, and it's not as hot as it was, so it needed heating up. It's really peaceful. Yeah, common wood pigeon. Let's pick that up. I was just going to say. I just had my head down for an hour or so. Don't know why, I was feeling pretty bushed. So I enjoyed that. You can hear the little brook just down there. I picked up the collared dove as well, Eurasian collared dove. Today, well, I didn't bring anything that needed cooking, because obviously I thought that I wasn't going to be able to use my gas stove. So it's a cold tea tonight. And I got a couple of Scotch eggs. How much would you pay for a Scotch egg? 2 Scotch eggs from a farm shop. £7.50. £3.25 a Scotch egg. Do you think that's fair? I paid £3.25 for a meat pie the other day. Is a meat pie, would you rate a meat pie this, or steak pie, the same as a Scotch egg? Anyway, they are good Scotch eggs. The eggs haven't been rattling around in it because the good way to test the age of a Scotch egg is if you give it a shake and it rattles, it's been cooked quite a while. Whereas, I'll show you what I mean, these are cooked fresh. Well, I don't know whether it's every day, mate. Yeah, not wobbling, not wobbling at all. Yeah. Just wondering whether to use my spoon just to sort of like cut it in half. Bit rough and ready. I missed the egg. Plenty of sausage meat on it. I'm making a dog's dinner of this. I keep missing the yolk. Look, I've lifted up. I've just done it, and I don't know whether you can see that, but I've missed the yolk completely. Give it a taste anyway. That's a big lump of sausage meat. When you taste one of these, comparison to, say, a supermarket bought one. There's no comparison. How much do you pay? How much do you have to pay now for a Scotch egg in a supermarket? A couple of quid maybe. You're paying an extra £1.25 maybe. Oop. I don't know why I bought two, because they are quite filling. Always better to err on the side of caution, isn't it? Picked up a robin. Pretty common birds at the moment. Given the cost of food nowadays, I think that Scotch egg is about right, but a part of me thinks even the best Scotch egg in the world, you shouldn't pay more than £3 for one maybe. £2.80. The quality is definitely there. Flavour's lovely. I think I might save that till later. That was pretty filling, it was nice. Oh, picked up a Eurasian siskin. God, I feel lots better after that Scotch egg. Good choice, Greg, good choice. I just thought I'd run through my sleep system, because it is very different to what I normally do. On the bottom, I've got my usual, the closed cell foam mat, to protect my AirPad from puncture. But the AirPad today is the Thermarest base camp. It's semi-inflatable. It's supposed to, I think they call them self-inflated, aren't they? I don't know whether that's self-inflate because you've got to inflate it, or that it self-inflates. But you don't need a big bag or anything like that, or even a pump, you know, just a few breaths and it's fully inflated. So this is the Thermarest base camp. I got this because it's got an R value of 4.3, which is still pretty good in the winter. It's seen as a 4-season one. So I got this because I've got a little bit of surprise in a later video. I've been on the spend. So there's a bit of method in my madness for buying this, because it's not the smallest thing to pack and carry. But there is a method in my madness, believe you me. So, but that's for a future video. And on the top, the sleeping bag is the Van Gogh Latitude
300. It's a synthetic sleeping bag, and it was just a bit of an experiment really to see whether I could pack it down enough to get into me backpack. So that was the first test, which I managed to do. But the second one is, this is a little bit, how can I explain? The comfort rating is more suitable for this weather. Let's have a look what it says on here in terms of comfort rating. It's the Vanguard suggestion usage. It's extreme temperature is -2. So it's got a, you know, between its comfort rating is 18C to -2. So you're looking at around about 10 degrees ish. The comfort rating in it. So you're looking at around about 10 to 15 degrees, which is more in line with the summer in it really. It's still a bit warm. I've got it fully zipped down now. I've got it using it like a quilt. But yes, it's better than using my trusty old Alton Down. Fabulous sleeping bag, but it's not really, it's a bit too much for the summer really. But I've had this ages. I bought this a long time ago. I've never used it because I thought it was too big for my backpack. But it didn't. It does fit in the bottom where you put your sleeping bag. So yeah, I think this is probably going to get a few more outings. Also, my Alton Down one, it came with this like big cotton bag. And I always thought, what's this big cotton bag for? Anyway, I was reading up on down sleeping bags. Apparently, you're not supposed to have them compressed all the time. You know, when you don't need to have it compressed, you're supposed to put it in give it a good shake and fluff and let it loft and that, and then put it in one of them cotton bags. You know, so it gives it a bit more longevity. So that's what it's doing at home. It's relaxing in its big cotton bag. So yeah, so I'm glad. Something a bit different. The Vanguard Latitude 300 and the Thermarest Base Camp. Believe it or not, this Thermarest Base Camp is really comfortable. I'm not missing the other Thermarest, the AirPad, proper AirPad. So yes, and that's it. I'll just be using me fleece. I brought my fleece with me, rolled up for a pillow, and that's my sleep system for today or tonight. And that's it. I don't want to waffle on. Got no signal. I'll be playing a few games in between, just chilling and listening and enjoying the woodland. And then just breakfast in morning, mug of tea, and and that's it till morning. So all I got to say is, night. morning. I had a cracking sleep again last night. I'm like a broken record, aren't I? I always say that I had a cracking sleep. But I do. I don't know whether it's just the peace and quiet, the fresh air. My tablets help. But yeah, we had rain last night. Not heavy rain, just like, I would say moderate rain. Just nice, you know, like, it just added to the whole ambiance, so to say. But I mean, I was only aware of it in between waking up. I woke up about twice, so I thought, oh, I wasn't going to record it. Too busy trying to get back over again. But yeah. So the place is all wet this morning. Inside my tent as well as outside. Even my inner tent was wet on the inside. Condensation. Must have been the atmosphere, you know. On the sleep system's dry. Yeah, really protected from that wind down here. You hear it. But it's not getting down here. Mind you, a bit of wind down here won't be too bad. Give the tent a bit of a dry out. Looks like I'm going to have to pack it up wet and dry it out when I get back home. Yeah, breakfast this morning is the other Scotch egg. I'm not going to eat that in front of you because I'm not quite there yet. In terms of being hungry enough to eat a Scotch egg. But at the end of the day, it's just sausage and egg, innit? So it's a proper breakfast. Sausage and eggs in a breadcrumb. So yeah, that's breakfast. Yeah, I don't usually hang about after I've had breakfast. It's straight into decamping. Strange place, this, you know, with it being so dense, the woodland, kind of expected a little bit more bird life going on. I hardly heard any birds last night or this morning. I don't know whether it's still raining or whether it's just water off the leaves just dropping on the tent. I can hear like a little pitter patter. Oh, that's lovely, that. Cooling down, nice to drink. Yeah, so that's it really. It's just a case of having me coffee, having me tea, breakfast, and then start putting it away.
Hi everyone, packed away. Sorry I didn't bring you back for the decamp. As you can see, it's raining and my mind was just getting on everything in my bag. Well, I completely forgot about recording, so I am sorry. That's the end of another camp. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I felt a bit different, but I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it too, please give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment. And if you aren't subscribed yet and you're enjoying the channel, please subscribe. all helps to grow the channel. Yeah, well, that's it for another day. So without further ado, until next time, I'll see thee.